or vice versa. You know, neither one of those places. Oh, sure.
All right, looks like we have all counsel signed in, so we will go on the record. This is file number 2213998. And if I could have, let's see. We have Ms. Peacock, you're here on behalf of plaintiffs, correct?
Correct, Your Honor.
All right, and then Mr. Arteev, you're here on behalf of the Munson defendants.
Correct, Your Honor.
We have, thank you. We have Ms. Lewis here present. Ms. Lewis, you're here on behalf of Mattson, so the individual defendants in Kalkaska Memorial, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we have Mr. Sir Heinrich on behalf of Wells Hunter. And then
That's
Mr.
right, Your
Martin
Honor.
present. Mr. Martin's present. Okay, and Mr. Martin, you're here.
Saminsky Gun and Northwest Michigan Emergency Physicians.
Got it. Okay, are we missing anybody? I don't think so. I think we got everybody. Okay. All right, so we're here on the record today for purposes of a status conference. Just looking at the file, my notes indicate that the last time we met was quite a while ago. I think back in April, the parties had, my notes indicate mediation set for September. So we set this as a status conference following that. I guess Ms. Peacock, on behalf of plaintiffs, if you want to jump in first and just kind of tell me from your standpoint what the status of the file is at this time.
Sure, Judge, and I'm going to be honest, I don't remember why, but we did adjourn the September facilitation to November 21st. So we have not yet done that second facilitation on the case. We have taken many depositions, including all the liability experts except for one for the plaintiff. And we are working together and moving forward on the case.
Okay. Any defense counsel want to jump in?
I'll jump in, Your Honor. Ms. Peacock's correct. We've been proceeding with a lot of expert discovery. Everybody's been working together. I think the date is correct for the facilitation. So I think that's continuing on. From my perspective, for my clients, the only other thing I would add is I'm in the process of finalizing a dispositive motion that we'll be filing here in the next week or so. But otherwise, I agree with everything Ms. Peacock has represented.
Mr. Sir Heinrich, is that something that would be, do you have a date already for that? Is that could be heard prior to the mediation in November?
I don't have a date for it, Your Honor. And it just
Okay.
is it's my individual client, so I'm not saying it impacts everybody necessarily.
Okay, all right. Any other defense counsel, anything to add to that?
This is Jonathan Martin. There has been a stipulation submitted to the court for the dismissal of Dr. Gunn. So I represent two individual defendants, Dr. Gunn and Dr. Szyminski. We've agreed that Dr. Gunn would be dismissed. The case will continue against Dr. Szyminski and Northwest Michigan Emergency Physicians.
Okay, and for the record, I think I actually did sign that yesterday, I believe.
Okay, great.
All right, so I guess what I would propose then, for purposes of today's status conference, since there is a mediation scheduled for November, is perhaps set this for another status conference either in December or January. Mr. Sir Heinrich, by that point, you should have a date for your motion, and perhaps we'll even set it for the same date as your motion hearing. Even though it may not involve everybody, I'm sure everybody will attend remotely that hearing regardless. Does anybody have any objection to that?
I don't, Your Honor. I would just suggest January for the status conference, given the schedules involved.
Okay. All right. So I'll set this for a status conference in January and we'll go forward from there. Is there anything else I can address for any of you while we're all together here on the record today?
Nothing for plaintiff, Your Honor. Thank you.
This
Nothing
is
on my
Jonathan
end.
Martin,
Yeah.
nothing from me.
Yeah, nothing further on my end, Your Honor. Thank you.
Nothing for me, Your Honor. Thank you.
Nothing for me either. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. You guys are making this easy today. Thank you. Appreciate your time and everybody's free to disconnect.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
guys.
Thank you.
All right, ma'am, if you can unmute, please. Are you Jody Morris?
I am.
Okay. 1 second.
Okay.
On the Samsung device, can you tell me your name, please?
Roger Morris.
Okay. All right, we got both parties present. This is Morris versus Morris, case number 24-14542. Again, both parties present by Zoom video. This is set for a pretrial hearing in this divorce matter. Mr. Morris, you're the filing party here. Can you tell me whether or not you and Miss Morris have been able to reach any agreements on how to divide up any assets or debts of the marriage?
Yes, we had decided, we came to agreement on everything, I believe.
Yes.
Okay. Miss Morris, you agree with that?
Yes.
All right. Did Mr. Morris, did you want to proceed forward with finalizing the divorce today then?
Yeah,
And Ms. Morris, is that how you'd like to proceed as well?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'm going to ask both of you to raise your right hands. Mr. Morris, your camera's not on, so I'll have to have you tell me once your hand is raised, okay?
it is on, sir.
All right. Do you both solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
I do.
Thank you. You can both lower your hands. I'm going to ask each of you a series of questions. The questions that I'm going to be asking are those that I'm required to ask to establish the grounds for divorce under Michigan law. Mr. Morris, because you're the filing party, I'm going to start with you. You filed a complaint for divorce in this case and you signed that complaint. Is that true?
Correct.
At the time that you signed that complaint, had you been a resident of the state of Michigan for at least 180 days?
Yes,
Had you been a resident of Kalkaska County for at least 10 days?
yes,
In that complaint, there's a statement that indicates that there's been a breakdown of your marriage relationship such that the objects of matrimony have been destroyed and there remain no reasonable likelihood that the marriage could be preserved. Was that true when you signed the complaint?
yes,
Does that remain true today?
yes,
Are there any children under the age of 18 that were born to or adopted by you during the marriage?
no,
Are you going to be receiving any alimony or spousal support as part of this divorce?
no,
You understand that you would be waiving that forever and that you would not be able to come back later and ask the court for that?
yes,
All right, and you understand that based on what you've stated to me, the court is not going to provide that any particular property is awarded to either of you because you both have indicated that you've already divided up all your property. Is that correct?
yes. We agreed that we're gonna, once the house is, she's going to sign off and do all that stuff. So we agreed on the one property, all we have.
Okay, do you own that property together?
Yes,
Is that property secured by a mortgage or any other type of debt?
it is. Yes, it is, but it's almost paid off.
Okay, so who's going to be responsible for paying off the remaining debt?
Myself, I will.
Is the loan in both of your names?
Yes,
And is the property deeded in both of your names?
yes,
Okay, so you're going to pay off the rest of the mortgage, you're going to get that property, and Miss Morris is going to sign a quitclaim deed, is that right?
yes, I believe that's what we're gonna do it. Yes,
All right, Miss Morris, is that what you're agreeing to?
Yes.
What's the address of that property?
it's 628 Kettle Lake Road, Kalkaska, Michigan.
Kettle Lake Road?
Yes, correct. Kiele.
And that's in Kalkaska?
Yes,
All right, I better write some things down here, so it's just going to be a second. Okay, are there any items of property that we need to mention, Mr. Morris?
Nope, just the house.
Okay. All right, Ms. Morris, have you heard all the questions that I asked Mr. Morris?
Yes.
Have you heard all of his answers?
Yes.
Do you have any reason to believe that any of the answers he gave were untrue?
No.
Are you going to be receiving any alimony or spousal support as part of this divorce?
No.
You understand that you also would be waiving that forever and you would not be able to come back later and ask the court for that?
Yes.
Are you currently pregnant?
No.
And do you agree with what we stated regarding dividing the property at 628 Kettle Lake Road? In other words, that Mr. Morris is going to get to keep that property. He's going to pay off the remaining debt. And once that's paid off, you're going to quit claim your interest in that property to him. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. And Ms. Morris, from your standpoint, are there any other items of property that we need to address in this judgment of divorce?
No.
Are you asking to have your last name changed?
No, not right now.
All right, the court finds that the statutory grounds for divorce have been met by the testimony of the parties. The court will grant the divorce. I've filled out the form for the judgment of divorce consistent with what the parties have stated on the record here today. If either of you would like a copy of that for your records, you can get that here at the clerk's office in Kalkaska. Mr. Morris, do you have any questions?
No, do we have to wait to fill out paperwork, or are we divorced?
Nope, you're divorced as of right now.
So it's all finalized, everything's good.
Correct.
Okay. Nope, I'm all set then.
Ms. Morris, do you have any questions?
Nope.
Okay, thank you. That's all for today, and you're both free to disconnect at this time.
Okay. Thank you for your time, sir.
Thank you. Still have a two spokes case listed at 2 o'clock. I didn't bring my.
think so. Hold on, that sounds right. I'll double check it because this is probably a couple
We were
of
just
days.
waiting for them to file the closing stuff. on
Oh,
that.
right, yeah.
They might have done that.
Let me see here.
Hi, can you tell me your name, please?
Jennifer Martindale.
Okay. All right, we're on the record now in Martindale versus Martindale, case number 2414442. The record should reflect Ms. Martindale's present today by Zoom video. Have you had any contact with Mr. Martindale recently? He hasn't signed in. Do you know if he was planning on attending this hearing?
I haven't talked to him at all this month, no.
Okay. All right. Did you want to move forward with finalizing the divorce today, Ms. Martindale?
Yes, please. We also, I tried to contact him numerous times to get him to sign the judgment of divorce, but he made him do it, so we don't actually have that one signed in turn.
Okay, I've got a form here that I can fill out as we go through the hearing today, if you'd like to get this finalized today.
Yes, please.
Okay. All right, please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. You can lower your hand. And Ms. Martindale, I'm going to ask you a series of questions. The questions I'm going to be asking you are those that I'm required to ask to establish the grounds for divorce under Michigan law. First of all, you filed the complaint for divorce in this case and you signed that complaint. Is that true?
Yes, I do believe so.
At the time that you signed that complaint, had you been a resident in the state of Michigan for at least 180 days?
Yes.
Had you been a resident of Kalkaska County for at least 10 days?
Yes.
In the complaint for divorce, there's a statement that indicates that there's been a breakdown in your marriage relationship such that the objects of matrimony have been destroyed and there remained no reasonable likelihood that the marriage could be preserved. Was that true when you signed the complaint?
Yes, sir.
Does that remain true today?
Yes, sir.
Are there any children under the age of 18 that were born to or adopted by you during the marriage?
Nope.
Are you currently pregnant?
Nope.
Are you going to be receiving any alimony or spousal support as a part of this divorce?
Nope.
You understand that you would be waiving that forever and that you would not be able to come back later and ask the court for that?
Yeah.
Have you and Mr. Martindale already divided up all the personal property between yourselves?
So we did, however, he still has assets that we have divided for him to have, that he has not taken off my parents' property. We did ask him to get it. He did sign in February stating he would get it when the snow melted, but now it's, coming to a new season and it's still there. So not quite sure what his plans are with that. But I know that my parents do want that stuff removed as soon as they can.
Okay, well, that's something you'll have to work out with him, but you've agreed on what he's going to get and what you're going to get, I guess, is my question.
Yep.
Okay. Do you own any real estate or real property together?
Nope.
Okay. All right. Are there any issues regarding the division of any other assets or debts of the marriage that remain for the court to decide? Or have you divided everything up between the two of you?
Nope. We've already divided and signed an agreement on what we choose to do. He keeps things in his name. I keep things in my name.
Okay. All right. Very good. The court finds that the statutory grounds for divorce have been met by the testimony of Ms. Martindale. This hearing again was set for 2 o'clock. It's now 2:06. Mr. Martindale has not appeared, so the court finds that he is in default. And I've signed the judgment of divorce. Are you asking to have your last name changed?
Back to my maiden. Yes, please.
All right.
So it'd be Jennifer Nicole Hamlet.
Hamlet?
Yep.
Okay. All right, so I'm putting that in the judgment of divorce, which will be final today. So that means that as of today, your last name is changed back to Hamlet. If you need to get a copy of this judgment to change your identification and other documents, you can get a copy of this here at the clerk's office in Kalkaska, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Do you have any other questions? Okay, thank you. That's all for today, and you're free to disconnect at this time.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you. All right, I'm also going to call Graziano versus Two Spokes. That was case number 2314241. That was set for a hearing at 2 o'clock. Neither party has appeared. It's now at 2:08. The court will set this for one more status conference in about 30 days. And it's neither, I think, oh, this is the one that we were waiting to see. So we didn't get any kind of closing document.
No.
Okay.
Just like-
So we'll set it for another status conference in 30 days for the court to inquire as to closing documents on this file. Next hearing set for 2:15. All right, ma'am, can you tell me your name, please?
Camille Nation.
Okay, Ms. Nation, I have your hearing set today for entry of a default judgment of divorce. Is that how you wanted to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, could you raise your right hand, please? You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony we're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes.
Thank you. You can lower your hand. And for the record, this is Nation versus Nation. This is case number 2414527. Ms. Nation's present today by Zoom video. I've just placed her under oath. Ms. Nation, I'm going to be asking you a series of questions. The questions I'm going to be asking you are the ones that I'm required to ask to establish the grounds for divorce under Michigan law. My first question, you filed a complaint for divorce in this case and you signed that complaint. Is that true?
Yes.
At the time that you signed that complaint, had you been a resident of the state of Michigan for at least 180 days?
Yes.
Had you been a resident of Kalkaska County for at least 10 days?
Yes.
In the complaint for divorce, there's a statement that indicates that there's been a breakdown of your marriage relationship such that the objects of matrimony had been destroyed and there remained no reasonable likelihood, excuse me, that the marriage could be preserved. Was that true when you signed that complaint?
Yes.
Does that remain true today?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are there any children under the age of 18 that were born to or adopted by you during the marriage?
No.
Are you currently pregnant?
No.
As part of the divorce, you are not going to be receiving any alimony or spousal support. You understand that you would be waiving that forever and that you would not be able to come back later and ask the court for that.
Yes, Your Honor.
And is it true that you do not own any real estate or real property with Mr. Nation?
Yes.
And that essentially the two of you have divided up any personal or other property between the two of you?
Yes.
All right, and you're asking to have your last name changed, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. The court finds that the statutory grounds for divorce have been met by the testimony of Ms. Nation. I did review the file prior to the hearing. Mr. Nation was properly served with the summons and complaint. He failed to file an answer to that. A default was entered and he was provided with notice of the date and time of today's hearing, which was 2:30. It's now 2:35, and Mr. Nation has not appeared to contest entry of this judgment. So the court will grant the divorce. I've signed the judgment of divorce, so your divorce is final as of today, Ms. Nation, and that also means that your name will be legally changed from today forward. So you need to make sure that you change your identification and other documents. If you need to get a copy of the judgment of divorce, one is available for you here at the clerk's office in Kalkaska. Do you have any questions at all?
I do not.
Okay, thank you. That's all for today, and you're free to disconnect.
Thank you.
All right, we also had a hearing set for 2:15. That is Ecker versus Ecker, case number 2414492. It's now 2:35. Neither party has appeared on that file. Neither party appeared last month, and the court provided that in the notice that if neither party appeared this month, that the court would dismiss the case. So the court will enter a dismissal following the hearing today for no progress. and the court will not schedule further hearings and will consider that file closed. And that Allied Bank. All right, sir, can you tell me your name, please?
Daniel Stomber.
Okay, and let's see, Ms. Tomasik, you're appearing on behalf of plaintiff?
Correct, Your Honor.
Okay, so we'll go on the record. This is Allied Bank versus Pinnacle Insulation LLC and Daniel Stomber. This is case number 2414408. Ms. Tomasik is here on behalf of plaintiff. Mr. Stomber is here on his own behalf, unrepresented. This is set for a scheduling conference in this case today. Ms. Tomasik, can you tell me kind of the status of the file at this point and what you would like to see for scheduling going forward so we can get this resolved?
You bet, Your Honor. Looks like defendant filed an answer to the complaint. So we have just prepared and are mailing to the court now our initial disclosures and our first set of discovery questions to Mr. Stomber. It doesn't seem terribly complicated. It looks like it's just a matter of maybe figuring out the basis of Mr. Stomber's affirmative defenses and seeing what we have from there. I would hope for maybe at least 90 days of discovery, Judge, if not more, just to kind of flesh out those issues. I think because this is a contractual matter and we're seeking possession of the vehicle, I'm not sure if case evaluation is appropriate or would be meaningful when the ultimate resolution is to, the ultimate relief sought is to secure the vehicle and repossess the vehicle. I'm not sure the case evaluators have that within their scope to provide. So I would ask that case evaluation be removed. And then, that's about it. Witness lists within 5 months or so, just the usual. I don't think there's anything outside of the scope of what's typical, Judge, for a normal trajectory of a case. So.
All right, Mr. Stomber, are you going to be proceeding on your own without counsel?
Judge, I'm attempting to find counsel, but it's tough getting, I guess every attorney's pretty busy these days, so I am working on that. I've tried to reach out to Ms. Tomasik's office a couple of times. They have a pretty good firewall with associates there. I've left a message for her. I think that we could probably find a resolution. I'm sure she's busy, but if she could spare 20 minutes and give me a call sometime. I've tried to contact Ally over the past year multiple times to return the vehicle. The company went out of business. Nobody seems to be able to call me back or tell me who to talk to. I think we could resolve this in 20 minutes if she could give me a buzz.
All right. I guess I think what I'd like to do is just kind of leave discovery open for 90 days at this point without setting a whole lot of other dates and maybe set a status conference at that time. I'd like to give the two of you an opportunity to discuss the case to see maybe if there's a resolution. In the meantime, Ms. Tomasik, you'll have that opportunity to conduct whatever discovery you would need to conduct. And same thing for Mr. Stomber and his counsel to the extent that he retains counsel. But then we can check back in at that point. If there hasn't been a resolution and it looks like the litigation is going to go forward, then at that time we can set some more definite dates for a close of discovery, a mediation deadline, and some other dates. Do you have any objection to that, Ms. Tomasik, at all?
I have no objection to that, Your Honor. I do want to say, Mr. Stomber, it's possible I missed your call. I usually am pretty good about returning calls if I get them. If I did miss it, I'm sorry. Maybe shoot me an email. My email address should be in the caption. Shoot me an email and we can come up with a good time and date for both of us and we can have a chat.
Sure. I hope I'm not speaking out of turn. If I could provide you my cell number now, you could call me anytime that works for you. I'm available.
If you want to put your cell number on the record, Mr. Stomber, feel free.
I'm not that important. It's 810-882-9934. I'll also shoot you an email. I'll look for that, but you can call me anytime and hopefully we can just get this taken care of.
Will do.
Thank you.
Okay, the court will send out notice of the date and time of that next status conference, and we'll see where we're at that point. Obviously, if parties are able to resolve it, Ms. Tomasic, I just request that you provide closing documents to the court prior to that date if you're able to resolve it, and we can take that down so that you both don't have to appear.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Both sides are free to disconnect at this time.
Okay.
All right, ma'am, is your name Christina Jacobs?
Yes.
Okay, 1 second. All right, and are you Andrew Jacobs?
Yes.
Okay, we'll go on the record in Jacobs versus Jacobs. This is case number 2414521. The record should reflect both parties are present today by Zoom video. This is set for a pretrial hearing in this divorce matter. Ms. Jacobs, have you been able to reach any agreements with Mr. Jacobs on how to divide up any assets or debts of the marriage?
Yes, we agreed on all of it.
Okay. Are there any issues regarding the division of any property that would need to be decided by the court?
If he's all the same, I'd say it's all decided.
Okay, Mr. Jacobs, would you agree with that?
Yes.
All right, in that case, we could go forward with finalizing the divorce today. Ms. Jacobs, is that how you'd like to proceed?
Yes.
And Mr. Jacobs, how about you?
Yes.
Okay, can you both raise your right hands, please?
Sorry.
Do you both solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. You can both lower your hands. I'm going to be asking you each a series of questions. The questions that I'm going to be asking you are those that I'm required to ask to establish the grounds for divorce under Michigan law. Ms. Jacobs, since you're the one that filed for divorce, my questions will start with you. You filed a complaint for divorce in this case and you signed that complaint. Is that true?
Yes.
At the time that you signed that complaint, had you been a resident of the state of Michigan for at least 180 days?
Yes.
Had you been a resident of Kalkaska County for at least 10 days?
Yes.
In that complaint, there's a statement that indicates that there's been a breakdown of your marriage relationship such that the objects of matrimony had been destroyed and there remained no reasonable likelihood that the marriage could be preserved. Was that true when you signed the complaint?
Yeah.
Does that remain true today?
Yes.
Are there any children under the age of 18 that were born to or adopted by you during the marriage?
No.
Are you currently pregnant?
No.
Are you going to be receiving any alimony or spousal support as part of the marriage?
No.
Can you say that again? You broke up a little bit.
No.
Okay. You understand that you would be waiving that forever and that you would not be able to come back later and ask the court for that?
I understand.
Do you own any real estate or real property with Mr. Jacobs?
Nope. No.
And you said that you've already divided up any other personal property between the two of you. Is that correct?
Yes.
Are you asking to have your last name changed?
Yes.
Okay. Are you asking to have that changed back to your maiden name?
Yes.
And that's Kimmel?
Yes.
Okay. All right, Mr. Jacobs, have you heard all the questions that I asked Ms. Jacobs?
Yes.
Did you hear all of her answers?
Yes, I did.
Do you have any reason to believe that any of the answers that she gave were untrue?
No.
Will you be receiving any alimony or spousal support as part of this divorce?
No.
You understand that you would also be waiving that forever and that you would not be able to come back later and ask the court for that?
Yes.
Do you agree that you don't own any personal or real property, I'm sorry, or real estate with Ms. Jacobs?
Yes.
And do you agree that the two of you have already divided up any other property relating to the marriage?
Yes.
All right, the court finds that the statutory grounds for divorce have been met by the testimony of both parties. The court will grant the divorce. I've signed a judgment of divorce, so your divorce is final as of today. Ms. Jacobs, that means that your name will legally be changed back to Kimmel as of today. So you need to make sure that you change your identification and other documents. If either of you would like to have a copy of the judgment of divorce for your records, you can get a copy of that here at the clerk's office in Kalkaska. Ms. Jacobs, do you have any questions at all?
No.
Mr. Jacobs, do you?
No.
All right, thank you. That's all for today, and you're both free to disconnect at this time.
Hello?
All right, counsel, are you able to hear me okay?
Yes. I attempted to call the court. I'm going to withdraw my motion against Grayling Munson because they provided the records we were seeking about 15 minutes ago. Right down to the wire.
Okay. All right, sounds good. Can you just follow up in writing and just indicate what occurred today and just submit that to the court?
Sure thing.
Okay. Anything else that you wanted to put on the record today?
No, thanks. We're now that we have everything we need, we're probably gonna move on to facilitation in short order.
Okay, and just for the record, this is Goodale versus
Marchek.
Marchek. This is file number 2314356. We have Mr. Prokop on the phone, counsel for defendant. This was a motion to show cause Munson for failure to comply with the subpoena. And as Mr. Prokop just indicated, they did turn over the record, so he'll file a withdrawal. I'm just making a record here so that it's clear later on. Anything further, counsel, that we need to address today?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. You're free to disconnect at this time.
Thanks, Judge. Have a good day.
Thank you. That concludes